Nug said, I got something for you. I can give you a kid and I can leave as well.
So
Trust
here
me,
we
I can
are.
do that.
I'm about to bring out Exhibit A here.
He has 30 children with 11 different women, and he is 33 years old. Now, according to CNN affiliate WREG, he is now begging the state to help him pay his child support.
The bottom line is, in Tennessee, when he is working his minimum wage job, he is supposed to give 50% of his paycheck to the 11 women that he fathered these children with, and they are supposed to divide it equally. The problem is some of the women are only getting $1.49 because he does work minimum wage. So just this week, he appeared in court, and he's asking the court to give him a break on those payments, on the $1.49 that he's giving to help support his children.
All right, let me replay this. Just how many kids?
A man in Tennessee
30.
has 30 children with 11 different women.
Okay, so he got 30 kids with 11 women. He trying to work. I guess the state say half of his income has to go towards child support. All right, but that's 30 kids. Some of the women are getting $1.50 a month. Man.
And you know what? Here we go. Sins of the father, sins of the mother. Who is struggling from this? The children. Why? Because your goofy mammy decided to lay with a legendary Nug. He got 30 children by 11 women. So when we say that, what is it? 80% of women out here having babies with 20% of the men. Here is the proof. Here are the dots to connect. He got 30 of them things. He 30 for 11 or 11 for 30, however you want to word it. Look at him. Look at this goofy joker. This is who y'all love so much. This is who y'all continue to let lay on y'all couch and eat up all y'all kids' fruit snacks and Lunchables. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop.
Well, like you say, I would love to see what these women look like and what their socioeconomic status is.
There you go. There we go. Because that's the thing. He ain't out here knocking up nothing. 5 or up. Know that. These is.
Yeah, a lot of these women already got kids by other men. And
there you go.
Yada, yada. I mean,
yeah. They probably got a little drug addiction, alcoholism. He probably walking in while they drunk. Yeah, these scenarios ain't nothing you can show on TV. It wouldn't even make World Star. This is some like snuff video stuff. As far as
a lot of these women be related, then these kids be sister, brother, cousins, and shit. Y'all know how this go. Nightmares are created behind this type of stuff.
There you go. All that.
So, yeah, that brother there, he did wrong for that. 33 kids, you can't afford to take care of them. And people say we ain't hypocrites because we have spoken up here about men like Nick Cannon, NBA Youngboy, and these guys with 10, 15 kids, but they have resources. This man working minimum wage. He can only afford to pay $1.50 a month. Shame on you, brother.
There you go. And what's the argument with the Hall police? It's not all about resources. And that is true. At the very same time, resources for a man is where it starts and very well where it could end. So the fact that you got resources, you got a shot to take care of your kids. But if you a man and you having kids and you don't have money or resources, you dead in the water. There ain't nothing you can't play the role of a woman so I could just nurture you and hold you. No, you got to provide. You got to come with some provisions. So you got Nick Cannon and them. We don't know what they doing. It ain't none of our business, but they got a shot because they got resources. Poor people need to stop talking about the concerns and endeavors of people with bread and rich folks. We need to stop. Stop.
So we see one end of the spectrum where this man can't afford to take care of his kids. So let's see the other end of the spectrum where the man actually do get
facing 180 days in jail for. Father is facing 180 days in jail for overpaying his child support and over visiting his 11-year-old son. His attorney and a community activist are now demanding answers.
It's my responsibility to take care of it. I brought him in this world. I have to.
Clifford Hall says he's more than happy to pay child support for his 11-year-old son.
I'm his father. It's my responsibility to take care of it.
But Hall says when the amount of child support was modified, no one told him.
And I discovered that for some reason, his employer was withholding a large amount some weeks, a small amount some weeks, zero amount some weeks.
And I didn't want to go to jail, basically.
So Hall quickly paid almost $3 grand in back child support. When Hall and his ex-wife were in Judge Lisa Millard's court last November, he owed nothing.
Opposing counsel testified twice that he's all paid up.
But the attorney representing the child's mother wanted Hall to pay her $3 grand in attorney fees, and Judge Millard agreed. Court documents also reveal Hall wasn't following the court's scheduled times to pick up his son, another modification he says he knew nothing about.
So he getting railroaded by the goddamn family court. This brother, they say he overpaid child support and overvisit his son. You seen your kid too much and you gave too much resources, and I'm gonna lock you up.
Come on. So whenever these men come up here and be on these panels and they be hurt and they be talking about their situations and their experiences with the family court, this is what they be talking about. These kind of things. That's sick. This brother, understand, brothers, look how pitiful of a position you put yourself in whenever you got to deal with this. Look at that brother. That brother got no pride. He just sitting there with his head down. That is defeating. That's bad. Brother, stop putting yourself in these positions by making babies with these women that are spiteful. This situation to me is painting a picture of a spiteful baby mom. He over here forking out bread. He going to see his kid more than he should. And she modify. I used to have a baby mom. God rest her soul. I know this journey. This is terrible. You can't put yourself in these positions. They are terrible. Should have some discipline and learn from these experiences. He did everything right from the reporters and from this little clipping. He overpaid. He had a job. They was taking money out of his check automatically, and it was a discrepancy. And he said, "You know what? Oh, I'm behind. Here's that in cash. Don't trip." And the baby mom said, "Oh no, because I need $3 grand in legal fees too." She got her little friend or whatever, her attorney, that's her friend, said, "Girl, you can get him for another $3 grand because I needs that." They're going to end up going on a cruise on your dime, y'all, brother. And I'm laughing about it because as men, can't blame nobody but yourself. Can't no man be in this situation and be like, "Oh, look at me, this ain't right." It's your fault. It's your fault. Ain't nobody gonna have mercy on no man.
All right, make sure y'all hitting the like button, hit the cash app. Shout out to Tani for the cash app. Appreciate it. Welcome in, man. We've been in here cooking for a while. We're getting into the final topic here, and I'm gonna let this video play a little bit more so we can see what happened to this brother. It's a tragedy.
The judge ended up sentencing him to 6 months in jail.
When she said, I remand you to the Harris County Jail for 180 days, my mouth just dropped. I can't be there for my son in jail. I can't pay child support in jail. This is not in the best interest of the child.
Judge Millard also points out Hall's attorney could have filed a motion for reconsideration. She says that would have allowed her to hear both sides again and reevaluate the situation.
So after doing further research, Clifford Hall actually ended up getting released from jail after serving 14 days, thankfully to his strong legal team that he had hired to defend him. But here's what ended up happening overall. So not only did this innocent man spend 2 weeks of his life in jail, he lost his job. His employer even admitted that it was a clerical error on their part, and now he's $10,000 in debt, including having to also pay for his ex-wife's attorney fees.
Understand, ain't nobody coming to help this man. That's why I keep saying, and I don't think it's fair, but there is no mercy on this man.
Terrible.
There will be no sympathy, no empathy, no mercy on this man. It was a clerical error on his job's behalf. He got fired, spent 2 weeks in jail. dealt with that whole mental deal, and he come out unemployed, losing his house, probably losing his car. Understand, ain't nobody out here with stuff paid for. So he having trouble paying his rent or mortgage, his car note, the baby mama definitely in his head now. Blah 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 blah. Brothers, take heed. There is no mercy for you out here in these streets. Move better. Move better.
He was in that prison cell mad as a hornet, knowing his whole life on the outside is falling apart.
It's over.
You stuck in here innocently, like we talk about. We talk about men in jail, but we also talk about men being there innocently, and this is a prime case. It's some BS. And this is shout out to Tanisha. She said she just woke up out there in LA. Salute, salute. You're a few hours behind for sure, man. We appreciate you tuning in.
Appreciate you coming through and seeing this poor brother here, because I'm gonna keep saying it. Is this all falls back on him? And as bad as this is, as unfair as this is to me a clear case where nice guys finish last, because this brother seemed nice, little docile. He ain't all rah, and he getting raked over the coals. And it's images like this or stories like this that make the nice guy be like, you know what? I see what nice get me. Y'all take care of my kid.
This creates the passport bros and all that culture.
There you go.
This is not a one-off, and this create or men simply divesting and going to dating Becky and all that. So
there you go. Men tend to take things on the chin with a straight face. Real men take things on the chin with a straight face and move on. But you got to understand, it's a lot of thinking going on inside there, and there's changes being made. Brother will never be the same. Ever be the same. Never. And the only thing out there waiting on him is for some goofy hood chick to say, "Who hurt you?"
Well, luckily he remarried. He got a wife, and
he remarried. Okay,
that was his wife's in there, so he married. Yeah, his wife. Okay. That was his wife talking. So he seemed like a good brother.
I thought that was his attorney.
His wife she's sticking with him, and she going through the ringer too.
Putting a strain on the relationship. Terrible strain. That's a terrible strain on a relationship, y'all. And I think it was a podcast I had seen where they said, real men come into relationships and they say, all right, we got a little struggle to endure here, a little hood love, little hood struggle. Let's get out of that. And they would do that indefinitely. Real men. But most women, and I ain't gonna even say modern women, most women just not built for long-term struggle. A woman will stay in there with you, but at some point you got to start producing something, and rightfully so. And being at this age, this brother at this point in your 30s or 40s, wherever he at, and you starting to hit turmoil like this, that creates a very volatile situation. That woman could be all for you all you want, but as you start to get older and won't find her things in life, you got to start progressing and to get to a point and then lose your job, end up in jail. Some stuff is very hard to come back from. I wish that brother the best. I hope he stayed married, and I hope it all works out.
And like Tanisha said, this is horrible. She really hopes men, not only black men, will stand up en masse and get some type of reform. And we talk about that, and like you said, it just ain't gonna happen because the government's it's a cash cow. Too many people getting paid from it. And who's suffering? The black man? Why are they gonna save us? So
the system wasn't made to benefit men at all. It's made for a specific reason, and it's working perfectly. The best thing men can do is stay out of the way. That's my motto. Stay out the way. You can't say nothing. I'm out your way. I'm out your face. You can't say nothing to me. Can't do nothing to me. But if you jump in the way, the law got something for you every time.
So I'm gonna let this play out, and we're gonna move on to the main subject tonight. If you haven't, or this afternoon, I'm sorry, make sure you hit the Cash App if you can. Hit the like button. That's free. The likes are free. Share this video with your friends, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.
She's the one that actually brought him to court in the first place. And as soon as he got out, he owed another $1,000 for child support. Where is the justice for these fathers?
So as soon as he got out, they still whack-a-moled him. Another whack.
She said, hey, welcome out of the Hooskow. You owe me a rack. Pay that up. Take you back to court. Y'all know how that baby mama drama go. That shit be real. That shit be live. Just like off of that movie, with that Tyler Perry movie with the chick saying Byron. That's what I picture he had to deal with.
Especially a brother with bread and a good job. This ain't like you said. We seen the other guy, he couldn't pay nothing. But when you got some bread, man, they gonna try to reach you over the coals.
See what I'm saying? They're gonna try to break you down. But Po Nug Nug working part-time with the collar, the neck of his shirt all wrinkled and stained up, they let him float. Yeah, you can
keep
pay
having kids. Go ahead.
Because you fueling the system. We want chaos, but you should not come out here and whatever co-parent efficiently and pay your dues and try to make the best out of a bad situation. No, we gonna keep you down. Men, stay out the way. Stop being dumb. There's no sympathy nor empathy out here for you in this world. Know that.
Real talk.